That is because I'm a self-made woman. Politics has for long been a male bastion. Mrs. Indira Gandhi changed all that. But still you must remember that Mrs. Indira Gandhi had all the inbuilt advantages. She had the advantage of being born.
You're saying the media picks on you?
I do think so. I do think so.
Because
but you're not allowing me to finish anything I want to say.
No, but is it because you're a woman?
I don't think it's because I'm a woman. It's because I don't have a background like other women political leaders of Asia. If you'll allow me to complete a sentence, Mrs. Indira Gandhi was born into the Nehru family. She was the daughter of Jawaharlal Nehru. Mrs. Sirimava Bandaranaike was the wife of Bandaranaike. Benazir Bhutto was the daughter of Bhutto. Khalida Zia was the widow of Ziaur Rahman.
What's the point you're making?
Sheikh Hasina was the daughter of Mujibur Rahman. I have no such background. I'm a self-made woman.
And so you're picked upon?
Nothing was handed to me on a golden platter.
But are you saying that because you're self-made, you're picked upon?
I do not know the reasons. It's the media who have to explain why they have been so biased.
You say you arrested a man who was 77.
The age has nothing to do with corruption.
Former chief minister of 14 years standing.
I too was a former chief minister.
So was it revenge? Was it vengeance?
It was not vengeance. He was involved in a corruption case.
You don't regret the way it was handled?
I do not regret it at all, because what was shown to the people was cleverly edited footage. It was a hoax played on the people. People in the media like you may not have seen through it. You may have taken it at face value, but the people saw through it.
Okay. What about what the press calls your inconsistency and unreliability? They say that her relationship with Sonia Gandhi as an ally is an on-off affair.
I do not want to discuss Mrs. Sonia Gandhi in this interview.
Why?
I have the choice to pick and choose the questions I want to answer.
You have a choice to pick and choose the questions you wish to answer, but don't you believe that...
It's my democratic right.
But a lady who
I don't have to answer every question you put to me. I do not wish to discuss Mrs. Sonia Gandhi.
Except for the fact that people will wonder why you don't want to talk about someone who was an ally of yours in 1999, who you publicly spoke against as a possible Prime Minister.
If you have any other questions, you may ask them. I don't wish to answer this question.
Okay, can I put one thought to you? The press say that she turned against Sonia Gandhi in 2003 to ingratiate herself with the BJP. Today, she is saying nice things about Sonia Gandhi because she wishes to ingratiate herself with Congress.
I have not said any such nice things. All that I said was, I did not make any personal attacks, and I have no reason to make any personal attacks. What happened during the parliamentary polls was an electoral confrontation and not a personal confrontation.
Except in
now I'm looking you straight in the eye and you're reading from your notes.
I'm reading a quotation of yours so that I don't get it inaccurate. In 98 you said, it would be a national shame if that foreigner comes to power. In 2003 you said, it would be a crying shame and moral bankruptcy for the Congress to project Sonia Gandhi as Prime Minister.
My feelings on the issue of a person of foreign origin ruling the country are well known.
And unchanged?
My statements are on record. There is no change in my stand.
So you remain by your position?
Yes, I'm quite consistent.
That Sonia Gandhi should not become Prime Minister of India?
Not just Sonia Gandhi, not just Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, any person of foreign origin.
Let's switch to another concern the media has. They say that Jayalalitha is undemocratic. In fact, they go further. They say you're dictatorial. How do you respond to that?
I think people are the best judges.
Why?
The media has never had good things to say about me. And you didn't allow me to finish what I wanted to say earlier.
Why do your
You'll be surprised to know my routine, I said. I spend all my time devoted to work. I don't do anything else. I work all the time for the development of Tamil Nadu, for the good of the people of Tamil Nadu.
I accept that completely. But why do your MLAs and your ministers in public prostrate themselves in front of you?
They prostrate before other political leaders. They prostrate before Mr. Karunanidhi too. His MLAs and MPs do that all the time.
But there are people...
Except that you choose not to notice it. Whenever there is any small incident involving me, it is blown up beyond proportion. It is an Indian tradition to seek blessings from elders.
In this fashion?
Yes, it's an Indian tradition. I think you are an Indian. I think you know enough about Indian tradition and culture.
But is it fitting for ministers of the
I
state?
have asked them not to do it.
They won't listen to you?
They do listen, they don't do it nowadays in public.
It's been stopped.
It's been stopped.
When you say they don't do it in
I
public,
have given many statements to this effect. I have given many statements to this effect. I have given public statements asking my party men and MLAs and ministers not to prostrate in public. They don't do it. They have not been doing it for the last 3 or 4 years.
the media also points towards the fact that in slightly over 3 years you have reshuffled your cabinet, as the Deccan
That is
Chronicle
my
points out,
prerogative
over 15
for
times.
administrative convenience.
You mean to say that you need to do it so often for administrative convenience?
I know what I need to do for the good of the state.
The press says
If certain persons are appointed to certain posts and if their performance is not satisfactory, for the good of the state, for administrative improvement, I have to make a change. I cannot refrain from making a change simply because there will be carping criticism from persons in the media like you.
except for the fact that the media all the way across the country says that Jayalalitha does it to keep them insecure, to keep them dependent on her.
If they keep on making such unjustified remarks, I have nothing to say.
Let's talk a little about you. Your party, the AIADMK, is formally part of the Dravida movement. The Dravida movement is,
Not formally part of the Dravida movement, it is still part of the Dravidian movement.
except that the Dravidian movement is a rationalist, atheist, iconoclastic movement. Where do you personally
It's not an
fit into
atheist
that?
movement. It's not an atheist movement. You're totally wrong. You haven't read Dravidian history.
Periyar was an atheist.
Anna said, Vundre kulam uruvane devam. That means there is only one God. So Anna recognized the existence of God. So it doesn't mean atheism.
Are you embarrassed by your belief in numerology and astrology?
Who said that I believe in astrology and numerology? You say it. People in the media say it. What is the proof you have of that?
Don't you choose?
Why should I be embarrassed?
Don't you choose auspicious hours for when you do things?
Many people in India do that. Have you asked this question of Mr. Vajpayee, Mr. Advani, many other leaders?
I asked identical questions of Vasundhara Raje Scindia. The press say that Jayalalitha spends a lot of time propitiating gods. She spends a lot of time choosing auspicious hours. Are you superstitious?
I'm not superstitious. And I must say, I'm rather disappointed with the tone and tenor of this interview. You seem to preface almost every sentence, every question, with the words the press says or the media say so. The press and the media have always been making uncharitable, unfair, unjustified remarks, comments without any basis. What do you expect me to say to all this?
Can I ask you, why did you believe
If
in...
people believed all that the media have said about me, have written about me, I couldn't have won a single election. I wouldn't be sitting where I am now.
Except for the fact, in 2001, suddenly...
I'm sorry I agreed to do this interview. That's all I can say.
In 2001, Chief Minister, you changed the spelling of your name. Can I ask you why? You added an extra A?
It's my prerogative to do so. I don't have to explain it. I don't have to explain anything to you for that matter.
No, but I ask for a simple reason. As Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, you set an
I
example...
changed the spelling of my name before I became the Chief Minister again. That is my prerogative. Did you ask Vaiko why he changed his name to Vaiko from Y. Gopalaswamy? Go and ask him that.
So when the press depict you, as I began this interview by saying...
You're doing a good job of it again now.
No, I'm putting the question to you. When the press depict you as irresponsible because you
I'm
changed
not
policies,
irresponsible. I
you
spend all
deny
my
it.
time working. I
When-
deny it totally.
When they say you're vengeful, you deny it.
I deny that.
When they say you're inconsistent, you deny it.
I do deny it.
And when they say that her attitude to astrology and numerology suggests she's irrational, you deny that as well.
I deny that also.
Then
I'm a perfectly rational, sensible, sober, very responsible leader. I can say with confidence that no other Chief Minister in Tamil Nadu's history has worked so hard for the development and progress of the state as I have been doing and as I am doing.
Then let me put this to you. You face state elections in slightly under 2 years' time in May 2006 at the latest.
Yes, I'm perfectly aware of that.
Are you worried that after the problem you faced in May at the general elections when your party didn't win a single seat, that you
I'm
could
not
lose
worried
the
at
state
all.
election.
I'm not worried at all.
But won't this press image that is widespread through the country, not just Tamil Nadu, work against you?
It's irrelevant.
You're confident that you can reach out to the people above the press and convince them of the real Jaya
As I
Lalita?
told you earlier, if the people took seriously what the media persons have been writing about me and saying about me, I could not have won a single election.
Except that you lost in 96 and you didn't win any seats at the national election in 2004.
What about 98, which came immediately after 96?
But this is
What about the general elections then?
But this is what I'm saying. Your career in the last 10 years, and particularly in the last 3, has seen
This
amazing
is true
roller
of every
coasters.
political leader. It's true of life itself. Life is full of ups and downs. A political career of any leader is full of victories and defeats. No one is consistently successful. No one is a consistent loser.
You've also faced cases in court. Does it worry you that you have to go to courts now, not just in Tamil Nadu, but
I
in
have
Karnataka?
been facing a number of cases since 1996. All these cases were foisted on me. I have never run away from facing these cases. I have been acquitted in 12 cases so far. What does that show? That the cases were false.
In one of the cases, the Tansi case where you were acquitted and exonerated by the Supreme Court, the same court in its verdict said it asked you to ponder on whether you had done the right thing in breaching the spirit
I never
of the
comment
code
on
of
any judgment
conduct.
of the Supreme Court. I have never done so far. I will not do it now.
Except for the fact that many people felt, not just the press this time, that the court was actually saying that legally you were innocent, but morally you had a case to answer, at least to yourself
I told
personally.
you, I do not comment on any judgment of the Supreme Court, whether the judgment involves me personally or any other matter of public importance. I never have commented on any judgment of the Supreme Court. I will not do so. Now,
You're a very tough person, Chief Minister.
people like you have made me so.
You said that you were misunderstood.
Yes,
Do you think that you're badly treated by the press?
I do not wish to say anything more on this. Anyway, your interview is not doing anything to help matters.
My aim, Chief Minister, was to get to the core of the misunderstanding. You said that you
Your
think
aim
the press...
seems to have been to put as many unpleasant questions as possible and try to provoke me.
Not to provoke you, but to put to you the questions that have been discussed for the last 3 years, and which in many ways may be responsible
All right, you've asked
for
all
the
your
electoral
questions.
adversity.
Have you got anything more to ask?
I've come very close to the end of this interview. I have only one last question. Are you confident that you can see your electoral low point over with, and that you will win in 2006?
Wait and see. I told you already I don't believe in astrology. I can't predict what will happen in the next elections, but you will be around, I suppose. Wait and see what happens.
But is that a yes, you will win?
I said wait and see.
Chief Minister, a pleasure talking to you on Hard Talking.
I must say it wasn't a pleasure talking to you. Namaste.